Hey everyone, this is Russell with Geek.com. If you're like me, you've been waiting for the Halo franchise to come back to the PC for a while. And while we're not quite getting what we asked for when we make that statement, we are getting Halo Spartan Assault for Windows Phone and Windows 8, designed specifically for touch gameplay. Halo Spartan Assault takes place during the Covenant War with UNSC operative Sarah Palmer, who, if you've played Halo 4 through the Spartan Ops campaign, you'll recognize that name as the voice who gives instructions while you participate in the Spartan Ops games. Now, everything that is done here is very much a top-down representation of Halo combat. So, very much like Halo Wars, where you've got that kind of angled top-down shooter going on, and instead of controlling a bunch of forces like you did in Halo Wars, you are walking around controlling Sarah Palmer. Now, a lot of the game feels very much like Halo. You run. You're in these kind of targeted combat bursts where you run through and you shoot, and then you run through to a new area and you shoot. They did a really good job with that as far as capturing it for mobile devices, smartphones and tablets here. But really, what is impressive is your weapon loadout, your ability to switch grenades, your ability to switch weapons, your ability to move around. It all feels very Halo. They did a really good job with that. And so you have a series of short missions, and they are scored at the end based on how well you did. You start out each game with weapon loadout and skulls if you've collected them that you can choose in order to make the game. You tap two thumbs to the screen and you are starting off in a mission. Now, the weapon layout here, as you go and navigate for the tablet interface, gives you a lot of flexibility. You've got left to move around, you've got right to point which direction you're going to shoot, and it's digital gamepad. We've seen this stuff before where you take your thumbs and you move around and you do stuff. You have left and right grenade buttons in tablet mode, and you've also got that special action button that's been so prevalent in the Halo franchise. You've also got vehicle control, where the Wraith was what we were able to test during our preview, and it's a little complicated. You have the left to do kind of strafing and then front and back movement, but you've also got the right stick for kind of pointing the nose of the Wraith. So you have to use them both at the same time, and they tried really hard to get it to feel like you're using two joysticks to control it, similar to how you would with an Xbox 360 controller. And they got close, but it's not quite there, because you're also shooting as you're pointing the nose of the vehicle. You flick to fire your plasma cannon, but as long as you're using the right stick to move, then you're going to be firing that plasma turret on the top, which ends up being pretty beneficial, because it allows you to spray the bad guys and do what you can. But vehicle movement is, a little confusing, and it's clear by the buttons that they've got here on the bottom that you don't use a whole lot when you're using the Wraith, that you're going to be doing them for other vehicles like the Scorpion tank, which we saw but weren't able to drive. We've also got mobile. The Windows Phone layout is a little different. Your weapon layout up in the top right is also your weapon switch, so that there's less buttons on the screen. You've got a single grenade option, and you also have your action button for if you need to plant charges or you need to jump in a vehicle. But they did a good job, kind of shrinking down the user interface and making it so that you are just focusing on where your thumbs are to go around and shoot the bad guys. It feels exactly as fluid as it did on the tablet. Very smooth gameplay, very functional. It's definitely a lot of fun so far. Fans of the Halo franchise are going to find that all of your weapons are there. You've got sniper rifles, rocket launchers, and of course the Spartan laser. So, you're going to expect a very much Halo experience here, and that's what you can get. Thanks for watching.